Star and Stripe is absolutely amazing, which just continues to reinforce me thinking that she's gonna die after this is all said and done. She's just too cool to live, and I hate that. I hate it so much. So, Shigaraki has powered up, and oh man, the shot of Shigaraki on top of one of the jets, his wispy white hair just flowing in the wind along with his black cloak, like, oh, so iconic. But Star and Stripe has been blown back by that last attack. Also, I love the fact that this chapter is called United States of America. That's all you need. Just know, United States of America. And Shigaraki, or whoever he believes he is now, actually kind of figures out the ups and downs of Star and Stripe's quirk, New Order. And we also find that she is normally under very strict orders when it comes to her quirk. Usually there's legislation behind her using her quirk, which, yeah, that sounds like America. That in terms of powering up her own body, of course, there's limitations. We already knew that. And there's a limit to how much she can incapacitate another person. Basically, it can't involve something she's not touching. Like, if you touch this thing over here, you will die. It's like, no, it's specifically assigned to one entity. Like, if you move, you will die. Something like that. Although he exposits that there is a possibility that she could do it, but it'd be far less effective. It also seems like New Order's ability affects non-living things much more easily than living things as well. So something with a will of its own is a lot harder to deal with. Man, that seems like America to me. That sounds American to me. Not to mention, because Shigaraki's at a part of his life, a point in his life where he's not quite sure who he is, Tomura Shigaraki, Shimura, all for one, so he's not even sure who he is, so that ends up causing Star and Stripe's powers not to work so directly on him. He also realizes that she can only target 2 targets at once, but he does question what's the other limitations of her powers. So he's actually kind of starting to have fun with this, oddly enough. He's getting excited. He's very much channeling his master at this point. Meanwhile, Star and Stripe manages to recover on one of the jets, so she tells one of her men to call backup to their commander, Commander Agapar. And when you see how he looks, I'm surprised his immediate quote wasn't, "It's a trap!" Like, man, Horikoshi's love for Star Wars always bleeds in at some point. But Star and Stripe, she's through playing around. Knowing how powerful Shigaraki is and how difficult he's been at this point, she's through playing around. She wants him dead. He is way too much of a threat to the world, as it were. So she tells her men to, keep him at bay so that she can concentrate a little bit. And I also love the flashback to when she and her support team basically first met, as she considers them brothers in arms, full on ride or die together, so she refers to them as her bros. I love it. I absolutely love it. So the men shake Shigaraki off of one of the jets and he lands back on the flying Nomu. And then Star and Stripe uses New Order to form the air into her shape, but 1,000 times bigger. So this giant form, invisible form of Star and Stripe forms in the air and just, yes. Oof. I might need a cup of water because I am thirsty. And Shigaraki immediately knows something is up. He's just like, oh, I can't see anything, but I got a bad feeling about this. Another Star Wars reference. And this ghostly form of Star and Stripe just punches Shigaraki, sending him flying. And then she just brings her hands together with like an almighty clap, as she's just like, I have to end this guy. He's too capable. And then she tells her bros to hit her with all of their laser fire, which they do. And then she uses New Order on the laser fire to combine it all into one giant laser sword that her ghostly form can wield, and she brings it down on Shigaraki with an attack called Kerianos, which is the Greek word for thunderbolt, basically. So it's just like she's more or less comparing herself to like Zeus, bringing down the thunder onto Shigaraki. But she's no fool. When her bros think maybe Shigaraki has been burnt away to nothing, she's just like, no, I'm probably just keeping him pinned down. So she has some pretty good intuition, because that's exactly what's happening. But he's just like there at the bottom of the ocean, being held down by all this light just sizzling on top of him in the ocean. And he's just like, yeah, if this was enough to kill him, Endeavor would have never needed our help. Which, I mean, hey, give big props to Endeavor, and she's probably right. Which actually goes to show that she thinks she's fairly on par with Endeavor too, or at least Endeavor is kind of on par with her. So honestly, that speaks very highly of Endeavor with what we're seeing. But Admiral Akbar, Commander Agpar, I swear, gets in contact with Star, and it's just like, yeah, what you're doing here is going to do a lot more than just get your license revoked. Like, as if she might be serving jail time or something along those lines, for she grossly overstepped her bounds in what she's doing. But she couldn't care less, and I love it. That's the American way. Going maverick. And she's just like, whatever. Is it ready on your end or not? And she's just like, yes, I will fulfill this one last special favor. Japan has been informed of the potential strike. And might I say, your flagrant defying of the rules really does make our nation shine. I'm like, yes, that is the American way right there. 110% full-blooded. And he tells her All Might himself couldn't put an end to this villain, and it's up to you to surpass him, Cassie. So Star and Stripes' real name is Cassie. Love it. And so we see state-of-the-art hypersonic intercontinental cruise missiles have been launched on Star and Stripes' position. These missiles called Tiamat. And Tiamat is the creator of gods, basically, in ancient Babylonia. So essentially you might as well call these missiles the God Maker. At least I think so. Although in other mythologies, specifically in Dungeons and Dragons, it's a multi-headed dragon, basically. So either way, pretty badass. Now, are they just planning on bombing Shigaraki into oblivion? Do they really think that'll be enough to take him out? Or is there a little bit more to this plan than what we're seeing? Honestly, this has been a very epic fight, and again, I'm really hoping she lives through this, because I still, even with all of this up against him, it's pretty apparent this will not be enough to take him completely out of commission. So again, got me wondering, what's going to happen to this amazingly awesome character who is literally a goddess. Like, my god, bow down and worship the US's #1 hero. Well, right up until this job is done. Maybe after this Captain Celebrity, I'll have another chance to be the #1. But this was fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Star and Stripe will manage to finish off Shigaraki? Or do you think he'll barely be recovered? Or do you think during this fight, All for One will step in and gank Star and Stripe from behind while she's lets her guard down? Anything could happen, and I'm interested to hear from you. But until then, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.